Rookie left tackle Broderick Jones got his very first start for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the guy looked very, very good on tape. Very nice, clean game by Jones. Ultimately kept the quarterback clean for most of the game, and he had reps like this one right here, where the defense is going to try to run this defensive line game, and he does a really nice job with the left guard, Isaac Seumalo, to basically swap within the game. So as this play begins, you can look at the defensive lineman, and based off of how his body's kind of positioned with the arms, you can tell he's going to slant hard towards the inside. And if you keep an eye on Broderick Jones' helmet, look at how fast he processes this and quickly turns to the inside defender, swaps here with Seumalo, and the guard here is going to be able to get back to the twisting defensive end. And just like that, the two guys pass it off perfectly, and both guys shut down the two defensive linemen running the game. To me, this is part of why Broderick Jones had such a good game. He was doing stuff like this pretty much the entire night. I'm very fired up to break this guy's tape down. Let's get right into it. Check this next rep out. To me, the left tackle does a really, really nice job on this one. Now, the play only picks up about 2 to 3 yards, but that's not because of the left tackle or the left guard backing this up here. Mason Cole has to do a better job within this play. You got to stick to your defender that you're blocking. You have to really stick with that guy and not get thrown off the line of scrimmage. But if you guys watch the left tackle, he has a pretty difficult block on this one. He has to reach all the way to the inside of the defensive tackle here. Both the left tackle and the left guard have to double. And as they double team, the left guard's going to get released up to the inside linebacker. And if you guys watch those two guys, they do a really, really nice job. Left guard's going to get the hand into the defensive tackle. That's going to let the left tackle ultimately overtake that block. And you can see between the two guys here, they've picked up and blocked these two guys off. They do a really, really nice job being able to shut that down. Now, obviously, Mason Cole makes a mistake within his block. Someone lets another linebacker here kind of go unfree. But you can clearly see that the left tackle, left guard overtake the D tackle up to the linebacker. So that's a really, really nice job by those two guys. And the reason why I point this out is because although the play doesn't work, it does show you guys that from his preseason tape, which we've analyzed on this channel, the guy's definitely continuing to flash. He's continuing to show us that he is developing. And trust me when I say this, developing is very, very key for offensive tackles. All right, some guys take 3, 4, 5 years to fully develop and really become those elite offensive tackles. But the flashes you can see pretty much early on. And we saw this with guys like Colton Miller, guys like Andrew Thomas, among so many other guys, right? You're able to see the little flashes in the first couple of years, and over time, as they continue to develop, it really comes together. You got another defensive line game here. Once again, the left tackle is going to get to his landmark, really set up, process, pick it all up, pass it off. To me, this is just a really, really nice job. Now, the pass isn't complete. This was 3rd and 6. But it's not that the offensive line messed up within this play. In fact, if you guys look at the left tackle, he does a really nice job getting to his landmark. He's going to get to his spot before this defensive end can get there. And oftentimes, if these guys can get to their spot and the defensive lineman can't beat them to that spot, it kind of takes away the edge. And in this play, you see Jones do a really, really nice job just kind of getting there, setting up. He sees that the game's coming. He's going to pass it off to the left guard center. He's going to come back around, take the defensive tackle. And to me, this is a good pocket for the quarterback to possibly get the ball out. Obviously, he was not able to complete the pass. Still, pretty nice job by the left tackle, left guard. Let's get into the next snap. Check this play out. Watch the left tackle on this one and watch the displacement on this defensive end. Bam! Both hands land and absolutely stop this defensive end. To me, that's a really nice double hand punch. You can see this defensive end really gets displaced and he's not able to hit his move. Right? He's going to try to swap or swipe or get the arm over the top. And to me, that's a really nice shot by Broderick Jones. And another thing to note in this play is he doesn't lean into it. That's a great job right there just to get the hands into the D end. Not lean. Bring the hands back down. The D end's going to try to spin. And Broderick Jones is right there to shut it down. It's a really, really nice job. Let's get into the next snap. Check this next play out. This is 3rd and 7. True one-on-one situation. The slide's not towards Broderick Jones. So he knows what he has to do within this play. And he shuts down Jadeveon Clowney, who's a pretty good defensive lineman if you guys ask me. Clowney's going to try a couple of different moves within this pass rush. And Jones just shuts it all down. Let's analyze this play a little bit. Let's slow it down. First and foremost, I want to say great job by Jones, really hitting his landmark once again, exploding out of there. You can see him dip a little bit as he kind of explodes out of there. And as he gets into his set, you're going to see him make nice contact with Jadeveon Clowney. And Clowney's going to try to use the right arm to swipe away Broderick Jones's hands. There's the first swipe there. And Jones does a great job recovering within that. You can see Jadeveon Clowney is trying to hit this to the inside. And although Jones get a little off balance, he basically resets himself right back up, gets right back to the inside. Clowney's going to at that point try to spin off of it. It doesn't really work. And then he's going to try to get back with really a third pass rush move in the same rep. And you can see that it's just not going to work. Jones does a great job sticking with Clowney, who ultimately trips and falls. And that's a really, really nice pass set, if you guys ask me. This is part of why I think Broderick Jones has massive upside. Why I think Broderick Jones, as he just continues to develop naturally, is going to become one of those guys that we're going to be able to say this is a truly elite type of left tackle. The guy's definitely flashing on tape. That's a really nice rep. Let's get into the next snap. Check this out. You got a 16-yard run by George Pickens on this one. But watch the left tackle. Keep an eye on how fast, quick, and explosive this guy is. Now, he doesn't really block anyone within this play, which to me doesn't really matter. You know, I'll be the first to tell you guys, I don't think it matters that he didn't block anyone. To me, I look at the fact that this guy's fast enough to get out there the way he does. He does a really, really nice job understanding the concept within this play. Now, obviously, a developing point will be that next time, get out there and put this guy on his ass right here. That's going to be the natural development for Broderick Jones. But I love the quickness, the explosiveness, the fact that he's able to get 20 yards downfield. And we've seen this guy at this point now run downfield a couple of times, right? Even on the George Pickens touchdown, which we'll see if the actual clip shows it. But Jones sprints downfield. He's fast as hell. He's athletic as hell. Don't forget, this guy's massive as hell. He's strong as hell, right? And that's part of what the Steelers saw with him. And again, starting to flash a little bit. Check this play out. You have a pitch play to the right of the formation. Watch the left tackle do a really nice job. Now, the blocks on this one's not as difficult, but still, he does a pretty good job initially. Now, I would love for him to finish the block. I would love for him to stick with the defensive lineman, but he does do a really nice job attacking the hands. As soon as he gets out of his stance, he's going to get the right hand, left hand up, and he's going to chop down the defensive lineman's hands. That's going to get this defensive lineman off balance, as you can see. And he's in a really good spot right now. I would love for Jones to really shut this guy down and really contain the backside. Now, keep in mind, his guy technically doesn't make the play within this. So it's not a massive deal, but he still does do a pretty good job. As you can see, the running back on this one's going to pick up 6 yards. That's a really nice job. Let's get into the next snap. So you're going to get a pitch play to the left here. I want you guys to watch Broderick Jones. He does a really nice job fighting through and ultimately sealing off the defensive tackle there. That's kind of lined up in that 5 technique. You can see within this play, and we'll slow it down and really analyze it. But I also want to state this, the guys around Broderick Jones don't do that good of a job. On this one, you can see the tight end here, the lead block, I believe it's the other tight end there, and even the down block by the wide receiver there. These 3 guys don't do a great job. And ultimately, because they don't do a great job, this play only picks up about 3 yards. But if you guys keep an eye on Broderick Jones, let me just back it up here a couple frames so you guys can really see how he really fights through it. Look at him fight through this, and ultimately within this play, watch him flip the hips. You see it right there. And I know it may be hard to tell, but he ultimately shuts this defensive lineman off. He's going to flip the hips, and that's a great job sealing off that guy right there. Now, the tight end here does not do a bad job, but you guys can see the lane really just doesn't fully develop. It's really Darnell Washington, the rookie tight end, who doesn't do a good enough job holding the block. But regardless of that, you can see Broderick Jones does a really nice job. And the play is not a terrible play. Still picks up about 3.5 yards. But Broderick Jones is flashing. And to me, just watching this guy's tape, he looks a lot better today than he did back in preseason. And that makes sense, right? Naturally, you get better as you practice and as you get those reps. But I think there's some real upside with Broderick Jones. And you really, really are starting to see it. Now, you're going to have a loss of 1 yard on this one. You got an inside zone to the right. But I think Broderick Jones, once again, is going to do a really nice job reaching to the 3 technique defensive tackle. This time, he's going to utilize what is called the butt block. Really nice job here by Jones. He's going to get in there, and ultimately, he's going to seal off this defensive lineman. And the backside lane's definitely there. Now, I want to talk about this play a little bit because it does lose a yard. And you're going to once again see that on the front side, it's just not a good enough job. You see the right tackle and right guard are going to get split by the defensive end there, who really sets the edge. You see a linebacker step up there. You see Mason Cole not do a good job there. That's just not good enough. From the right guard over to the right tackle, you got to do a better job. If the Steelers want to have success on the ground game, those guys need to step the hell up. That's not good enough. And I'm not saying all three of those guys have had a bad game up to this point, but I'm just saying on this play specifically, it's not good enough. And unfortunately, the plays that they are making, like the one you guys see on this one, it's just not translating into a lot of success. And it's because of some of the other offensive linemen not doing their job. Now, a lot of the success that the Steelers did have on the ground really came on two big runs by Jaylen Warren. They went for basically 26 yards. Here's the first one. It's really an end around. Great design by the offensive coach here to get the backup running back in motion and hand him the football. And of course, the running back just does a really nice job, right? He goes right over the top of the cornerback. That's a really nice job. And then the second run was this run here. And honestly, this run probably shouldn't have picked up more than like a yard or two. Because you're going to see on this one, the tight end number 83 doesn't do a good enough job. We just back this up. If you guys look at number 83 here, his guy basically is able to get off the block here, and he should probably make this play. But the running back does a really nice job spinning out of there, breaking a tackle, and then ultimately he's going to take this one for 16 yards. That's a great job with the vision, being able to break a tackle and just picking those yards up by the running back there. And outside of those two plays, there wasn't a whole lot of success on the ground. Again, just various guys missing their blocks. On this one, you can see Darnell Washington is going to miss his block. Just not good enough, right? Guys up front got to get it done. There's nothing Najee Harris can do on this one. And I know Najee Harris is a very, very controversial running back. Some people say he's too stiff. He's not a good enough running back. I disagree. I think there's a lot of potential there in him still, and he can still have a successful NFL career. But I think the guys up front have to get better. And I do think that sometimes there is a process behind it, especially when you have young players. And I think that's kind of where the Steelers are right now, right? They're going to continue to get better and better and better. Plus, they're still 3-2 at the end of the day, right? And I think this offensive line has been kind of coming together over the past couple of weeks. Overall, there's so many great reps by Broderick Jones on tape, and I think this guy's the real deal. Reps like this, where he just straight up shuts a defensive lineman down with the power, the physicality. These are the type of reps that I want to continue to see from Broderick Jones. He really needs to understand the power he has within his punch, the power he has within the hips, right? If he fully gets into guys like he does with Jadeveon Clowney on this one, he displaces guys. Just continue to build on this a little bit. And I do want to wrap this video up, and I do want to show you guys one final snap, which is the 41-yard pass to George Pickens, because this play does not work without the offensive line. Now, this is the cover 0. So the Baltimore Ravens are going to bring the house, right? And the offensive linemen do initially do a good enough job, which allows the quarterback to throw it deep. And just like that, Pickens is going to score the touchdown. And I did state earlier, will we see Broderick Jones running downfield? It doesn't look like the All-22 camera really caught it. But there is a clip of him on Twitter if you guys want to go check that out. Basically, Broderick Jones runs downfield. He's going to slide into the end zone. And that's what I absolutely love with a young football player in Jones, right? He's the type of guy that not only had a great game, but he's the type of guy that wants to have success. He's the type of guy that really cares to win football games. And you see the effort and how much this guy really puts into the game of football. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are going to be covering the Pittsburgh Steelers on this channel. I know I haven't put a lot of content out this season so far, but as we go forward, do expect a video every week or two. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.